Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 31 of Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. And today I want to take some time to talk to you about why you should reserve your excursion activities within 1 to 3 weeks of your travel experience. So first and foremost, I know that many people like to travel differently. Some people like to go to a new country and have no plans and all works out. However, for me, when you go into a new country, new place, there's certain things that you want to make sure that you can do. And for me, I like to reserve my activities at least 1 to 3 weeks in advance. And I do that because of one, peace of mind, knowing that when I want to see the Eiffel Tower in France, I'm going to see it. When I want to go to a certain mountain, that I'm able to reserve that and then make sure I have that experience. Second, you make sure you can confirm logistics and information of that tour, of that experience prior to you getting to that country. So if there's a tour that's full day that needs to pick you up and take you out a couple hours for a full day adventure, you want to make sure that they have your hotel, that your email, your information, as well as has confirmed that with you prior to doing a tour like that versus trying to book that tour the day before, and either one, they're full, or two, they don't give you confirmation in time, and now you're not able to get picked up timely. And so I think just that general peace of mind of being able to have the big things tucked away, schedule confirmed, is something that I really, really enjoy. Another key thing to think about is if it is a very popular event, activity, excursion, then there's a chance that they could get full and booked. So if you land in a country or a place and then you want to plan things the day of or just the day before, they may say, sorry, we are at capacity for this cooking class, for this boat cruise, for this activity. So you're unable to go, or you're going to have to move your schedule around for the next few days. So it's kind of nice to have a few things scheduled. So if you have 5 or 6 days in a country or a place or a city, try to figure out what's those 3 to 4 things you want to do, have those scheduled in timeline. And then for secondary activities, such as you want to go to a nice restaurant, you want to go to an event or a public space that just you can go anytime, then you can schedule those things outside of those primary expenses you want to make sure you have. So that gives you that flexibility of being scheduled, but then also have the freedom to do other things you want to do at your own pace. So last but not least, there is a caveat. So if you do book things in advance, likely you'll book it through Viator, TripAdvisor, or a website. I would like to help you keep in mind, if you see an activity that seems fairly expensive, try to do some quick research to make sure that that activity price is still relatively what you would have to pay if you had to book that in person at the country. You don't want to pay $100 for an excursion, then when you get there, you're able to book the same thing and have that experience for $20 to $30. You basically just lost money in that space. So make sure you keep that in mind. And lastly, when you planning out your activities, make sure you're clear on the pickup, drop off, or the meeting point logistics. So for me, I always like to book a hotel after I've looked at the activities in the area to know what hotel I should be at, so I can walk, get easy transportation, or Uber to a place I need to be. You don't want to get a hotel that's outside of a pickup zone or a place where you booked an excursion and they don't do pickup. Now you need to take a bus, a train, and Uber to get to a place that's far off and cost you a lot of money. That's going to add a lot of stress to your trip, as well as going to impact your ability to make sure you can have a smooth experience day to day and have a good time seeing all the events and activities you want to do. So that's it for episode 31 of Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. Please continue to follow me on IG at @IAM_Mr. Clean, as well as my YouTube channel, Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. Have a good one. Peace.